So after Canelo Alvarez versus Little Charlo fight, a lot of the fans were questioning Jermell Charlo for not behaving like he usually do after a loss. Since last time he lost, he showed a lot of emotion. He even cried after the fight. However, this time around, Jermell Charlo was all smiles at the Canelo versus Charlo post-fight press conference. Well, Showtime showed their latest episode of Jermell Charlo in his dressing room immediately after he lost to Canelo. Check it out.
You put a lot of work in with me. I appreciate it.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, my boy Titus, Kevin, Britt, Guzman, Lou. Yep. Like, oh, y'all, like, pulling up to the gym, huh? Shy, everybody, we worked on it. So I'm trying my best to hold it together. Derek, we can't forget the main man. I'm just not a sore loser, so it just like affect me a little bit till I get a little tequila or something in me. I never felt like I had such a big family. I felt y'all today, I heard y'all today. I understood my team. I was trying my best to push. You know, sometimes when you get in there, you're not as the man you want to be, but you know, I wasn't gonna just give up.
Are you guys not satisfied after seeing Jermell Charlo true reaction after the fight of how he felt about the Canelo loss? Is this what you guys wanted to see? I mean, just because a fighter doesn't show his true emotion, that doesn't mean he's not hurt deep inside. Just like Rolly when he got knocked out by Gervonta. He was crying in the dressing room, but not during the post-fight press conference. And just like Lomachenko, he looked pretty okay in the post-fight press conference, but he was crying his ass off in the dressing room, which is my point exactly. However, what I found ironic is that old media and the fans want to say Jermell Charlo did not dare to be great when he fought Canelo because even though he moved up 2 weight divisions to fight Canelo, and he was coming off a hand injury and nearly a 2-year layoff, still, the way he fought doesn't qualify him for daring to be great. Since Little Charlo didn't fight to win, he fought to survive. The irony of it all. These are the same people, the fans and old media, with that same breath, praised Mikey Garcia for moving up 2 weight divisions to fight Errol Spence, and even went as far as claiming the loss almost don't count because that was a moral victory for Mikey Garcia, since Errol Spence didn't knock him out. Remember, Mikey also fought to survive. The entire fight, he took no chances, just like Jermell Charlo. I'm telling you, the double standards are so real in the sport of boxing to the point that Mikey Garcia's brother / trainer Robert Garcia came out critiquing and bashing Jermell Charlo for his performance, the way he fought, even though Mikey Garcia, his own brother / fighter, did the exact same thing. But he didn't critique Mikey Garcia. Check it out.
You know, it didn't turn out to be a good fight because Charlo didn't fight. Charlo just came to survive and get a big payday. That's what Charlo did. He tried to survive. He just survived, played it smart, didn't want to risk getting hurt, and survived for 12 rounds. If a fighter is something in other fights, where we've seen him in wars, we've seen him fight, we've seen him suck it up and go out there and don't give a f who's fighting, right? He's a lion, right? He calls himself a lion. And if this fight, all he did was survive and run and run.
He jumped up 2 weight classes, Robert.
Okay, well then he shouldn't have done it. He assured everybody that he was the lion and that he was gonna go out there and fight. And a lot of us, because not only me, but most of the trainers thought, oh, he's got a chance. No, he didn't try. He didn't try. He just survived.
Great.
He just survived.
Everything Robert Garcia said applies to his brother and his fighter, Mikey Garcia, when he fought Errol Spence. However, Robert Garcia, the fans and old media, they said after the Errol Spence loss, that loss in particular almost don't count because Mikey was moving up 2 weight divisions, and it was a moral victory for Mikey Garcia to go 12 rounds with Errol Spence. They said nothing about Mikey Garcia fighting to survive and taking 0 chances during the fight. All we heard was how Mikey was daring to be great, and it was a moral victory to go 12 rounds with Errol Spence. But when it came to Jermell Charlo, All of a sudden, the fans and old media flipped the narrative that they made up for Mikey Garcia, claiming that Jermell Charlo was not daring to be great, bashing him for not fighting to win, but fighting to survive. Keep that same energy, don't flip, Robert. The race fans and old media. You see, if Canelo Alvarez didn't have the complexion for the connection to get the ultimate protection, everyone will be blaming him for making the fight boring, like they do to Floyd, Devin Haney, Shakur, and all of the fighters on the coincidental list. You see, when Errol Spence fought Mikey Garcia, Errol Spence still managed to find a way to make the fight exciting by letting his hands go all night long. Yeah, Mikey Garcia only fought to survive. Yeah, Mikey Garcia didn't let his hands go. Yeah, Mikey Garcia took 0 chances. However, Errol Spence still found a way to make the fight exciting by throwing nearly 1,000 punches on that fight. That fight was exciting, only due to Errol Spence. But we can't say the same thing for Canelo Alvarez. It don't matter that Mikey Garcia didn't let his hands go and he was only fighting to survive. Errol Spence still put a beating on him. He beat him up like he was a punching bag. However, on the other hand, we can't say the same thing about Canelo versus Jermell Charlo. Look at Jermell Charlo's face after the fight. It looked as clean as it did before the fight. But you cannot say the same thing for Mikey Garcia's face. Which is my point exactly. Mikey Garcia moved up 2-weight divisions to fight Errol Spence, and Errol Spence treated him as such. Jermell Charlo moved up 2-weight divisions to fight Canelo. However, Canelo did not treat him as such. It was Canelo Alvarez's duty to take chances, since Jermell Charlo was the one moving up 2-weight classes, and Canelo Alvarez did absolutely nothing, unlike Errol Spence. But people only want to focus on Jermell Charlo and not Canelo. Remember, it was Canelo Alvarez himself who selected the little Charlo Jermell to fight, when no one asked Canelo to fight Jermell Charlo at the moment in time. People was asking for this fight 10 years ago, when both Canelo and Jermell were fighting at 154. People want to see Canelo Alvarez fight fighters that are actually in his own division, and that's David Benavidez, David Morrell, Andrade, or Bivol, who's willing to fight Canelo Alvarez at 168. If Canelo truly believes that no one beats this Canelo, who couldn't even do damage to a fighter moving up 2-weight divisions in Jermell Charlo, then Canelo would have had called out to fight Bivol in a rematch at 168 in order to get his revenge. We all know what time it is. We already seen Bivol beat this Canelo. That's a fact. That's not up for debate. With the facts being laid out, drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe below. And to be continued on the next episode of Akhi TV. Peace out. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Jermell, how did you feel about this experience in the super middleweight division? And after your rest, who's next?
I'm going back down to 154, so that's going to be major. I can do it. I can make the weight easy. And the experience was amazing. It was cool. I appreciate fans of boxing, period. But you got to get your hats off to the Mexican fans that support boxing and come out to shows like this. I never want to leave out my African American fans, because my American fans, period. I just want to say you can't leave them out, because they come out just as well as the Mexican fans. They're just one is crazier than the other.
Jermell.
Yeah.
So back here, Akhi from BoxingScene.com. Jermell, at the higher weight that you were tonight, did you feel sluggish or anything, or how did you feel when you were moving around the ring?
A little tad bit. I'm used to moving around much larger, of course, but it was fine. I moved around. I was just trying to follow my game plan to my coaches, and a part of that was really coming forward, but moving around was a part of the game plan too. But I felt the weight, of course.
Jermell, over here. Congratulations on your effort. Given you've said you're going back to 154, you've got 3 of the belts in that division. Is the obvious fight to make the winner of Tim Tszyu and Brian Mendoza?
I just follow the plans and I fight whoever. Obviously, we can see. It's about being great, and I'm already